use of it. 4 runs at deep backward point. Excellent shot. But look at that. 2 slips, gully, backward point. These are the protections. And he hasn't got any sort of fear for that.
Wrong line. Bit of sloppy from Umar Siddiq. Abbas wouldn't like it. He likes to build a plan against the same batter. Rotation of strike could hamper his plans. Leg bye was the signal. We are talking about Saim Ayub. He's very attacking player. He's got good range of strokes, especially square of the wicket on the offside. He's very good. Straight down the ground as well. Three slips and a gully for Khurram Manzoor as well. Abbas will do that. He will send you a tempter every now and then.
Yes, Abbas should be looking to work out in his earlier overs, because when the ball is new, he should be trying to get some wickets earlier on. And that should be the corner. The slip corner and a slip and the gully, where Abbas should be targeting, because he has got the ability to get something from the new cherry.
That's his line. Khurram advanced quite a long way down the wicket. Probably that will mean that he just got outside the line. This is excellent from Abbas though. He will challenge you with that little in swinger. But batters have started to do that to him, because he's lost a yard of pace. And unless the wicketkeeper comes forward, Khurram Manzoor charged down the wicket and just reduced the angle.
I go towards offside.
Wow. That direct hit almost caught Khurram Manzoor napping. This one goes past the outside edge, challenging both the edges. Abbas. Good start. 6 for none. Ahmed Bashir from the pavilion end. Close LBW shot on the 5th delivery of the over. And although he got hit on the back leg, but because of that movement, he got himself outside the line. But look at that. Very, very close call.
Yes, happens. Because sometimes, well, a batter has been looking towards umpire and the bowler, and the fielders maybe trying to sneak those moments to their favour. Ahmed Bashir, 32nd match for him, 125 wickets. 5 times he has touched the 5 wickets all.
Got to make use of this new ball. Got to bowl good areas. So that's exactly what Saim Ayub lost his wicket in the first game that we saw him here. Just fell over slightly. And that little change of pace from Amir Yamin, I think it was. Hit it straight to that mid-on fielder. Probably Ahmed knew that. He just 2 fielders, 3 fielders on the onside. Mid-on, mid-wicket and fine leg. But the business area is behind square. 3 slips in a gully. Nice firm push down the ground. It's presented the full face of the bat. Will earn a couple of very handsome runs.
Yeah, it gives really a good picture here. Well, we've been looking like 3 slips there. Still the batter has been trying to drive through. So that has been given a bit of the hint that the ball is not swinging here. They're so comfortable driving those deliveries.
Just the check drive, Hijaz. I don't think they're going to go for big expansive drives early doors. That's the danger time. That will give the bowlers a chance. Third slip has come out pretty quickly. Good tight lines. Really won't want to give Sim any width. But you've got to lure him onto that front foot drive. That's the best chance for bowlers. We've seen this here at this Pindi Stadium pitch.
Yeah, good time for the players to chat around in the earlier morning session. Well bowled, the spinner. And suddenly the air has lifted here. It's a good air blowing at Rawalpindi. Almost since a couple of minutes. So he's bowling with the wind. Might be a slight bit of helpful.
Here the wind is blowing from our left to right as we look at it. That means it will aid Ahmed Bashir's in swing to the left-hander, right swing to the imperious. Put the put down.
Yeah, this has been the best and quality batting here. Really at a top order, top class batting. Straight drive, look at the beauty.
Look at the balance as well. He held the pose. Now there's a couple of photographers around. That's one for the album. Beautifully played. Very early doors, they've taken the slip out. Change of angle as well from Ahmed Bashir. A bit too soon to try all these tactics. 2 overs done, 12 for none. The battle resumes between Khurram Manzoor and Abbas. Umar Siddiq, remember, is not a regular wicketkeeper. Abbas at his very best will bowl these nagging lines, and that the in-swinger, he gets a lot of bowls and leg befores for his pace because he bowls wicket to wicket. Just a little bit of movement, just enough. He's lost the zip with his outswinger, probably still effective with the new ball, but with slightly older ball, that in-swinger becomes his biggest weapon.
Yes, you're right. And these are the areas, these are the plans, what the captain has just narrated to his pacers, I think so. And he's been quite satisfactory face there. And I think so that Abbas has been given the plans to keep the ball towards offside by keeping those 3 slips and a gully. And so far he's operating exactly what they have planned. But wait and see when the wicket will be coming.
At this level, 15,000 runs, and you only get this far if you know your game inside out. And he exactly knows his method. He's seen this type of bowling before. Remember a few years back when we played in the winter, the first class cricket with the local made Duke ball. Abbas was almost unplayable. Khurram Manzoor was still around and he survived that. So this Kookaburra ball is probably not as challenging for him. That's experience. It teaches you a lot.
Yes, exactly. It happens in first class cricket. Like Khurram Manzoor is there, though that he's on 1 and just 8 deliveries. But it's normally been liking with number of runs. And there you go. The cook over a ball, what it's been having in the hands of Abbas.
Thank you.
And I think so he's been fair enough with his job so far.
I think Khurram Manzoor has got Abbas thinking. He's looking to get him out of his comfort zone, trying to make him do things that he's not used to. The only way they can keep Khurram Manzoor in the crease is if Umar Siddiq decides to come up to the stumps. Like I was building up that he's not a regular wicket keeper. I mean, he's keeping wickets more and more in the last few years. He's got better at it. I don't know if he's got confidence to come up. Now the maiden, 12 for none. Look at the experience at the top of the order. 327 innings for Khurram Manzoor. Down the list for Wad Alam, 303 innings, 14,000 runs. And then Sarfraz, 255 innings, another 8,000 runs. Runs aplenty here. What, 30,000? More than that. Between the three of them, almost 36,000 runs. My math is not good, but I think it's, point is, plenty of runs in that middle order.
Well, Faisal, this first-class cricket has given lots of respect to the big number of players that every time when sitting here describing cricket, Brian Lara scoring 500 runs in a first class, then great Hanif Mohammed, 499 runs. These are the players, the caliber this first-class cricket has produced here over the years, and people, they are still talking about those legendary players.
This lad is just at the beginning of his career. Plenty of potential for bigger and better things. That's Saim Ayub.
And it's a good time for these young and experienced lot to whip up here, show their skills, because it's a social media era where you're scoring a century, your name is there all the time, the people in Pakistan and around the globe been watching you, so you earn more respect in the modern days.
That's the angle Ahmed Bashir wants to create. Bring the ball in and then get it straightened. Ahmed Bashir is a good, honest cricketer. He's a very good bowler. He gives it his all. Like him is captain's delight, because they can throw the ball at any given time to him and expect nothing less than 100%.
Yeah, I agree with you. So easy, so comfortable when he's running in.
Knocked him over through the gate. That fuller length and that expensive drive created the gap, and Ahmed Bashir went right through that, knocking back the off stump.
What a time to get a wicket earlier on, breaking through just on 12 runs. There you see the angling in beauty, beautiful, and earning the wicket here. Ahmed got his first. Saim Ayub departs at 10, and Sindh loses first at 12.
Saud Shakil, the new man in, fresh from a big 100 in Faisalabad, the 158 he made in the previous round. He's in good form. He's one of those who's been knocking on the door to get into that middle order for Pakistan. He's been traveling around with the squad, hasn't broken into that final 11. Big bumper season ahead, 5 test matches within 5 weeks, I think, later in December and January. And this man would love to stake a claim for that middle order slot. Very, very capable, very talented. Look at that average, very healthy average, best of 174. Look at the conversion rate as well, 1850s and 1200s. So when he does go past 50, it's more likely that he'll go past 100 as well. And a very attractive player. If he stays on the pitch, Ijaz, for any length of time, we'll have a treat.
Yes, exactly. But on the other part, have a look onto the bowling line. They're really chipped in, fired up. Good delivery. You're right, Saud is a sort of player that you will love to see. But you need to keep that these bowlers, they are bowling perfectly. Have a look.
You look at that expensive drive. Look how far out his hands are. Playing out in front, created that gap. And Ahmed Bashir, good enough to go through that gap. Very loose, you have to say. Sam Ayub, when he looks at that replay, he'd be very disappointed with the stroke he played. Early doors on this pitch, you got to be tight. And he wasn't. Turn him around. Creating that angle. Saud survives. Good over from Ahmed Bashir. Sindh 12 for 1.
Well, a wicket in 12 runs. Positive being a bowling captain. But Khurram Manzoor, he's a sort of player. You will love to see him batting because he has got the varieties of shots. He can play the spinner well, he can play the pace as well. So let's see how he will be coping with the pace of Abbas.
Khurram Manzoor has come out with a clear plan against Abbas. I think he's starting out outside of his crease and then he walks at him, cutting down the angles and also taking out that leg before out of the equation as well.
Yes, you're right. And yeah, so far I think the ball's been still there, the newborn. They may go and try to get a couple of more wickets here. But I think that Saud and Khurram, they have got the better defensive shots to leave the offside deliveries. Oh, some sort of insect, I think, have been hovering there on the surface. Bugs.
Sorry, Jazz, I was going to say this should be a good contest. Abbas will move the ball both ways to the left-hander. I don't think Saud's gonna employ the tactic that Khurram is employing against Abbas. Edged and gone. Salman Ali Agha in the second slip. That angle and a little bit of seam movement from Abbas is good enough to find the edge and neatly taken in the slip. Sindh struggling.
Oh, this is really a wonderful bowling. Abbas comes up quickly. And look at that, uncertainty was there. Harder to go forward, but just getting an edge. Comfortably taken. Well kept. It was just tipping in front of him. But Saud unable to disturb anyone here. 3 deliveries for him. Sindh loses the second on 13 runs.
Southern Punjab on top here. They've made the new ball count. That was expected of Abbas. If you play him from the crease, he's likely to put you in a lot of trouble. Finally, Umair bin Yusuf coming down the stairs. Probably they didn't expect this to happen this quickly, but with Abbas around and the new ball, this is really crucial time for these Sindh batters. Umair bin Yusuf, another very, very talented batter. Very good red ball player. Used to open for quite some time, now has come down to middle order. You could tell Ijaz that he's been rushed, and that is not a good sign for him.
I think so that sometimes you're not expecting the wicket to fall quickly, but you need to come in. So he's 13 on the card, loses 2. Some sort of pressure should be there. Sensing some sort of pressure, but really a middle order player needs to stick there, leaving all the pressure behind. Just play your normal cricket. Umair bin Yusuf, 31st game for him. 1700 runs, equalizing 550s. Bassett 174, so he can bat long.
He's a better player than that average of 38, but his job is cut out here against Abbas. 3 slips in a gully. Inside edge onto the pad. This is what Abbas is aiming for. If you play him from the crease, he's going to pin you down on the crease. This time Umair was lucky, he got the edge.
Yes, exactly. Deep in wicket. Just staying on into the box. Inside. Yeah, just there. That's why just half shout. But he's pitching those deliveries well. Keeping towards offside and also deceiving the batter.
So plenty of catchers. Look at that ball zip off the wicket. Good use of the seam. Abbas sometimes doesn't bowl that conventional seam up delivery with a scrambled seam, but he produced an absolute beauty to get rid of South. Look at South, played it with hard hands, you have to say, although he didn't push out in front, but still that he could have dropped his wrist a little bit, but that's being ultra critical. That was just about the perfect delivery for a left-hander.
Yes, a good cut. The ball was dipping down. Yes, he's still talking about that. And happy, surely increased the confidence.
Bit of aggression from the fast bowler. That will give Umair some confidence. He found the middle of the bat. One thing you can see the difference already between the Sindh seamers and the ATF Southern Punjab seamers. Abbas is bowling full. Almost every delivery. Not a single delivery has been played off the back foot. Probably the one that Saim played, the very first delivery. But since then, he's been immaculate with his lengths. Oh, that jagged back. How did it miss the off stump? Oh my, dear me. Abbas is a real artist with the new ball. This is sensational.
Exactly. Close, very close. Arcing there. Yeah, look at the wicket keeper. Where he took that. Only height saved him. Otherwise, that would have been another wicket for Abbas. This is experience. 13 for 2. Sindh after 5.
We expected this from Abbas, and he's putting on a show here. And then, that's what I like the most. He's talking to Ahmed Bashir, who's a similar type of bowler to Abbas, probably a yard quicker because he's younger. But then, if you watch Abbas doing his business at the other end, there's surely plenty to learn for the youngster as well. Good shape, good length as well. First time, I think Ahmed is bowling to Khurram Manzoor.
Yes, have a look. So comfortable, so easy. The pacers are here. Have another look. You will be watching this for the whole day and making all use of it.
Definitely worth another look. The bounce saved him. Probably it went over the top of the off stump. And that's the Pindi pitch for you. The bounce. This is classical. Just majestic from Khurram Manzoor. Wait into the shot. Just a little caress down the ground. 4 very handsome runs.
Yeah, 2 fuller for him. Yeah, look at the beauty. You're just answering it to the perfection. He's covering the line and getting off to the ball. Exactly knew that we had to drive it, and all along the carpet, getting 4 runs. Outfield has been superb.
It's good experience. There was good outswing on it, but Khurram Manzoor covered the line beautifully. Once again, fuller length. They are not budging on that length. And although Ijaz said the last one was too full, but I think his skipper wouldn't mind erring him on the fuller side, and induce the error. Khurram is too experienced though. This is a good battle. Exciting cricket. You see how easy it was for Khurram to negotiate with that length.
Starting is run up, comes smooth, easy. Yeah, look at the eyes, on to the target.
Good pumping of the arms. Slightly falls away, like he said. Good side-on action. Just a little bit of bent front knee. Doesn't use his maximum height. Just little tweaks in the action. Could really make him more effective. And although just falls away with at the delivery start, his jump, he just moves away. That doesn't allow him to get closer to the wicket. There you go. But then he creates that angle, and if it straightens like he did, Khurram Manzoor just nods it. Nod of appreciation. Good absorbing stuff here at the Pindi Cricket Stadium. Sindh struggling, 17 for 2.
Well done.
17 for 2 in 6.1 overs. Yes, Umair and Khurram, they should be looking to build a good partnership here in the middle. Yes, Sindh is already struggling there. They've just lost 2 wickets. There's a gutsy good bowling by the pacers of Southern Punjab. They have done a great job here by getting 2 quick wickets. Well, change of voices here. Test cricketer Yasir Hamid and Tariq Said will be joining you.
Shukriya Ijaz. Great start for Southern Punjab. और क्या आला स्पेल कर रहे हैं दोनों। अब्बास लीडिंग फ्रॉम द फ्रंट इस बॉलिंग अटैक को फ्रंट से लीड कर रहे हैं, और अहमद बशीर दूसरे हाथ पे जबरदस्त एफर्ट बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह उन्होंने साइम को आउट।
गेंद जो है वो
अब्बास, हम सबको पता है कि
अब्बास की 18 पर 2।
जी मैच की रफ्तार जो है तारिक भाई बड़ी ही ज़बरदस्त है विकेट्स के लिहाज से। अगर बात करें, ये हम उस्मान सलाउद्दीन को देख रहे थे, उन्होंने अच्छी इनिंग्स खेली, 88 की 89 रन्स किए, और जिस तरह विकेट्स गिर रही हैं अब पता लग रहा है कि ये मैच रिजल्ट की तरफ जा रहा है, और आखिरी दिन जो है इसका रिजल्ट डेफिनेटली आ जाएगा।
अहमद बशीर बड़ी उम्दा बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, अच्छा साथ दिया है मोहम्मद अब्बास का। उन्हें पवेलियन एंड से आकर दाएं हाथ के सीमर हैं और काफ़ी अर्से से खेलते हुए आ रहे हैं। अहमद बशीर बड़ी कम उम्र में ही इन्हें फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट